Hello, everybody. Thank you again for coming to this Lesbian Getaways meeting. This part of the meeting will be about our trip to Greece. I've got my tour travel partner and good friend Demetra on the line. It is 12:30 in the morning for her, and I think she stepped out of a party to find a quiet place. She didn't want to tempt herself to be at home and to get sleepy and tired and fall asleep. So she decided she'd go out and stay active and awake. Um, so that's what she's doing. Demetra, do we want to start off just with a general overview, or do you want to just start talking and then why don't I do the rest later so that you can talk in the earlier part? So I'm gonna spotlight you. Ready to be spotlighted at 12:30 in the morning? Okay. Here we go. Okay, awesome. Welcome, Demetra. Demetra, are you going to tell people about, like, should I brag about you for a moment? Because I know you don't like to do that. I'll brag about you for a minute. So
Okay.
okay, just for a moment. I know you don't like it so much, but this woman is really amazing. I've known her for 3 years. This will be our fifth trip together. And what a pleasure and a delight and fun it is for us to do this together. And hopefully for everyone that comes on the trip too. She is an award-winning archaeologist. She's really making a name for herself in the world of Greek archaeology. She has created museums of her own. She's written multiple archaeology books and I think photo book as well. You could talk about that if you want a photo book. And recently she did an exact replica of an ancient Greek warship, like an exact replica to the inch to everything. And it was down by the water, and we got to see it as it was being assembled, and we took photos on it. And now it's in a museum in Athens. So she's a renowned speaker on so many different topics, so many things she could get up in front of a conference and speak about, botany, history, mythology, women's empowerment in Greece. So I just wanted to say it because I know that she'll be extremely humble if she says it. So now I'm going to be quiet and let you talk.
Thank you
Demetra.
so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Zodi. It is such a pleasure to work with you. I'm so happy to see my friends here from the last retreats we did last year. So happy. Hello and happy new year to everyone. So it's after midnight in Greece, and I'm going to briefly talk about the Women's Sacred Roots retreats that we organize for the third year now, and quite successfully, I would say. So this time, Jody, you may be surprised, but I wouldn't call them soul journeys, but erotic journeys. Because as you have experienced, some of you that have been to the retreats already, Greece is very sensual. It's the sea, it's the sun, it's the food, it's the flavors. Everything is so friendly and the nature is unique. But more than that, what we do in this retreat is that we delve into the Greek goddesses archetypes. Many of us have brought up thinking about the qualities of Artemis or Athena or Demeter or Aphrodite. During this retreat, we are going to visit the sacred places. I'm an archaeologist, and when things got difficult in my life, I was trained as a somatic psychotherapist. So when we go in an archaeological site, in a temple, I don't do the usual tourist guidance telling you that this temple was built this century and destroyed this century. More than that, we try to convey the energy and the spirit of these sacred places and also of the archetypical goddesses. So we will begin our trip from Eleusis. Maybe some of you have heard the Eleusinian mysteries, the best kept secret of the ancient world. The Athenians and the Greeks attended this initiation there in order to make peace with death. So this is the first place. This is Demeter sanctuary. Demeter was Mother Earth. So first we will connect with these qualities. You probably have heard of Persephone, the goddess of the underworld, and many times in our lives we have walked in our personal underworld. And maybe like Persephone, we have come back to the upper world and we have brought to light some qualities that made us blossom. The same we hope and we have experienced also that it happens to the participants of these retreats, and we hope that this will happen again this year. And then we are going to Corinth. Corinth was the biggest center of Aphrodite and also the holy prostitute center. Delphi, as you call it in English, was also the famous oracle of Apollo. We will also go to this place. Sparta, also, you have probably heard of the powerful Spartans. Artemis Valley, a very original, authentic place, is also a place we will visit. I use the word visit, but in fact, we will not just visit, we will experience. We will not just see, we will feel. We will not just go, we will live. So we will go to the sacred places that represent the qualities of the Greek goddesses, because I believe that the more our world gets darker and the more the position of the women, and particularly the lesbian women and the LGBTQ people, becomes more unstable, the more we need to delve into the feminine qualities. And these feminine qualities in the past have been represented by the archetypes of these goddesses. And we still need today, and we are born with these archetypes. So we need to connect with these qualities because these are the qualities that nurture the world. Athena's qualities, the qualities of democracy, of fighting. Athena was a fighter, she was armed, but not like the god of war. She was fighting for, not against, for the rights, for democracy, fighting to protect. Demeter, connecting with Mother Earth. Aphrodite, our desires. Artemis, the independent woman. So we need all these qualities, and these qualities nurture the world. Therefore, we will visit these sacred places, but this is not a philosophical tour. We will be there and we will just feel the energy of the places. Every morning, we'll begin with the Greek alphabet yoga. Then we will visit these places. And in the afternoon, we have the circles where we share the experience and we build on these experiences. But it's not only about the sacred places. It's also about the blue of Greece. And the blue of Greece is fascinating because we are going to snorkel in the most ancient submerged town in the world. We are going to swim in one of the best beaches in the Mediterranean, Princess Diana's favorite. We are going by boat in a 3 million years old underground cave, and there is a river through the stalactites and the stalagmites there to experience also the magic of the underworld. We are also going to visit the two most romantic, I would say, towns in Greece, Monemvasia Castle town, built on a rock island and surrounded by water, and Nafplion, also the first capital of Greece after the Greek independence war. And more than that, you are going to experience the authentic life in a Greek village at the time that they collect the grapes to make the wine. And also the standing loom weaving school. So you will have authentic experiences of Greece today, and also you will delve into our shared sacred roots because we share this culture. These are the roots of our democracy, of the theater, of philosophy, of the music. And we share that, and it is important to connect with these qualities again. We also dance, we also play music. There will be sound healing and drum circles. And for those who have participated last year in this retreat, there is an alternative itinerary also for them during this retreat, also very fascinating because, in fact, this part of Greece that we are going to visit, which is the south mainland of Greece, is full of historic sites, full of beautiful beaches, beautiful mountains, and authentic village life. I don't want to talk about the food because you probably know that the food is local. The breakfast is mainly of local products and organic products and homemade recipes, and we really enjoy the food here every time. As we archaeologists say, it is different to drink the water from the source than to drink it from the bottle. So we invite you to come and drink the water from the bottle, from the source here, and get empowered. Because this is what I need, and we need these times. As the world gets darker, we need more light. And there's a lot of light in Greece, and we can share it. And we also need the connection. I'm so happy to see the friends from the last retreats, and I'm so happy that we still feel that we belong to the same community, and we share the changes that have happened in our lives, and we support each other in the steps we do in our lives. So I will stop here. If you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. And I think that Jody will show you afterwards photos from our last retreats.
Yeah, I'm so grateful that we decided to create an opportunity for some alternate venturing because there are some people that want to come back again. And it makes it fun for me as well because while one group's doing one thing, I can take the people that have already been on the trip and go explore some new places. So, and adding Delphi to the beginning also is a way to add a whole new experience to it as well. So, yeah, so thanks. That's amazing. Does anybody, I'm going to go over details and logistics. I'm going to explain more about what Demetra just said, but does anybody feel that they want to ask her personally something or say hello to her? We have a lot of people. We have a handful of people from previous trips here. I see
Yes,
Catherine,
hello to
Tina,
everyone.
Melissa,
So happy to
Sue.
see you again. So happy.
Yes. And Demetra, so Kim from who's one of my partners for the Costa Rica trip, here wave for a sec, Kim. She's going to be in
Hi,
Athens coming
Kim.
up. And I told her that you guys should connect up. She's bringing her daughter to Athens. Maybe you could give her a little tour or something.
Oh, that's great. I will be
Right?
so happy to guide you around and show you Athens. When are you coming?
The end of April. And as soon as you said like the goddess tour, my daughter loves goddesses. I'm super interested. So
Awesome.
I'll connect with you. I'll connect with you.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for staying up so late, Demetra. I appreciate it. Thank you. Anybody else want to say anything before we release her to bed?
Thank you for staying up and explaining things to us, and I'm so excited about the new tour and the group and the new yeah, yeah. I can't wait to come.
It's so nice to see you, Catherine.
So nice
You
to see
too,
you,
Jody.
Catherine. I
Yeah,
love you.
yeah, so nice. Okay,
Well,
awesome.
Demetra, can I
Oh,
say
yes.
hi? Well, I'm so impressed with you, Demetra. Jody, is Demetra or either of you can answer this is the first week. Does she also go to
Yes.
the second week
Yes.
and
Oh,
tell us more stuff on the island? or
Yes.
the first week?
Yes, I will be on the festival also, which is a lifetime, a unique experience, this festival. This is a village full of lesbian women and love is in the air everywhere.
Yeah.
And so this is a unique experience. And I also give some workshops there. But mainly my part is this part that we visit the sacred places of the Greek goddesses and also some other amazing and unique places in Greece. And we delve into the goddesses' energy and stereotypes, and this is very transformational. And at the same time, you experience Greece, like the food, wine tasting, olive oil tasting, authentic life in a village, how people live. Uh, all these. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
hopefully I can do both weeks because that's the only week that you're going to actually get to go to those sacred spots.
Exactly.
Okay.
I strongly believe it does worth it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
We are born with archetypes. I don't say that. Carl Jung says that. And what we need to do now to get empowered is to activate them, to connect with these archetypes, and to connect also with each other. This is also important, and this is a part that Jody also brings into these retreats. These circles we organize, and we are honest and we are ourselves there and we express our feelings are also a very important part of the whole process. And fun is also a very important part of the whole retreat, having fun and dancing and music
Yes, we
also.
do. We love to dance. Demetra loves to teach dance, and we just have a great time dancing. Yes. Wine tasting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, okay. So go ahead, Demetra. Thank you so much for staying up so late. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
Thank
And
you. It is such a pleasure to see you all again. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Hello. Bye.
okay. So I want to give you just and kind of a big picture overview of how the time goes. So Sacred Roots is 10 days. So it's 9 nights and 10 days. It starts off, we meet in the hotel lobby, and Demetra the first thing we do is we're going to go to the Acropolis Museum. And we have like an hour and a half at the museum, but she takes us through and, going on a tour with an expert. So she makes it sound a little bit like we're going to go into every place and sit there like, let's feel the energy. Oh, energy, energy, energy. It's not exactly like that. No, we are going to these places. Like when we go to the Diros caves, we are in boats going through these caves that are just otherworldly. They're amazing. So we're walking through the castles and we're snorkeling. So we are participating in activities. And then she leads us through most places, not even all places, but she leads us through a process, just to get in touch with something more, if that's what you're inclined for, just to sink down in there, be present, feel it, learn about the goddesses, learn about mythology and history. I've had to ask her, I'm getting confused between history and mythology. Like, is this mythology or is this history? Because they blend so much together, it seems. So you learn a lot also. So we do the Acropolis Museum, and then we go out in the town in Athens. There's some wonderful areas in Athens called the Plaka in Syri, where you get to see the nightlife. And one of the great things is you walk around, there's music playing everywhere out on the streets. And we found this Cuban place last time where there's like Cuban Latin dancing in the streets. And so we're going to do that. So we'll get to see some nightlife in Athens. The next day, we're going to get up and we're going to Delphi. So this is an outside tour. We're literally combining with a tour. It's a full day to Delphi and back, making some stops along the way. And then if anybody has any energy left, we'll go out again if we want to that night. And then the next day we have a nice van that we're going to get into. When we started this, I was driving and we were having other people drive, but now we do have a van. And so we'll hop in the van. Um, And I think what I'm going to do, let me just share the screen here so that you can see, because I have very carefully done an itinerary. So we'll go over the itinerary, so you can see and kind of follow along with me. Okay, so I'm really, I snicker when I see this stay in touch because I just added that just for some movement. All right, so here's Sacred Roots. Okay, and then this just talks about, the basic foundations of what we're doing and why, what's included, what's not included. Okay, so we want to look over that really carefully. First day, second day, Delphi. I think I better say it the right way. Okay, now third day is we are going to stay over in a little town called Xylo Castro. And I know I'm not saying that right. I practice and I still can't. Xylo Castro. There. So that we can really explore this area, the Eleusinian mysteries. You can click on these links and learn more about it. This is a very sacred place. People came from all over and had mystical experiences there. And they were not allowed to tell anybody about these experiences. If they did, they would be killed. So Demetra says they're not sure. They think there were some psychedelics going on around there, but they're not exactly sure what was going on. And then she takes us, she's going to take us through. So I'm going to show you some pictures here. So this was a beginning process before we went into the mysteries. We go to the Corinth Canal. The picture doesn't really do it justice. It's really an amazing hand-built canal. And yeah, this is the marketplace called the Agora. This is the marketplace in ancient Corinth. It's pretty amazing. And this is also Eleusis. This is Eleusis. This is us there. There's Lynn. All right. So that is that. And then,
Jody, you might want to expand your screen.
oh, okay. Was that small?
Like just you see your
The
when I do the
photos
picture.
were very small.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks, Jen. Thank you. All right. And so when we stay at
browser.
Zillow, what's that?
Sorry, your browser. If you just make your browser fill your screen.
How about if I make the picture? Because my browser is filling the screen. So I'm going to have to, let's see. How about that? It's better? Is that better? No. Okay.
Jody, these are all available on the website, correct?
Yes. Okay. Yes. So I won't go through those here. Yes. Thank you. They are. So, but what I will do is just I do want to do the itinerary though. So we're going to do olive oil tasting. We go to the Olive Oil Museum also. And the ancient Spartan amphitheater, which is kind of a mystery because of the acoustics that are going on there. They still haven't figured out how the acoustics work to have this huge amphitheater and people can stand on the stage and talk and everybody could hear. Monemvasia Castle, which is phenomenal. I love it. And we're going to be spending more time there so we can really walk around and explore. This is the Diros Caves. There is a link on the site. It's really hard to put into words. It's really amazing. And then on the way back from that day, we go to Shipwreck Beach. The beach is wonderful because there's lounge chairs in this grassy area and a bar and a yummy seafood restaurant. So this day is a full day. Wonderful. Then we go to the Garaki Weaving School, which is just making its self known, kind of being brought back by a PhD at UCLA named Sharon Gerstner. And she was there when we were there. So she actually gave us a whole talk at the Garaki Weaving School, and I recorded it. And then we're going to go to a Byzantine church, and it's filled with paintings. And like this is one, if I don't know if you can see that, but it's filled with paintings. And then we go to the Artemis Valley, which is where Artemis and her nymphs, history or mythology. And we have a farmer's picnic there, and it's just beautiful with running, trickling water. And this is where Demetra will take us. She'll take us through some special experiences there. We spend a whole day staying put in Agios Demetrios Zerakos. This is Demetra's hometown. This is her family hometown. Sparta is, a UNESCO historical landmark. She inherited it from her family, and she not refurbished, but whatever the word is, to restored it. So it's a really special place, and it does have all the modern amenities, AC and Wi-Fi and things like that. So we spend the whole day there, and depending on who's available and what we can do, we went to the wine press. Last time, I think Tina wrote in there, we went into a village woman's home who makes candles for the church, and just very older lady, and showed us how she makes the candles. It was really special. And then we do a poetry workshop, and we end up doing these skits, which is just a kick in the pants. Greek dance classes, wine tasting, karaoke, or whatever else we feel like. The days start with yoga if you want them. Day 9 is our snorkel adventure. This was our last trip, snorkeling. And so you might want to watch this video here also. And then from there, from the snorkeling, on the way back, we go to Elophonesis Island. This is Princess Diana's favorite place. And when you think of Greece and the blue waters and the gorgeous beaches, this is the typical place. Really clear water. We jump on a quick ferry over. It's a nice day. We get to eat down by the harbor. And then this is Naphtali. This is on our way back. So this is one of these little castles in the water. I think it's a prison right now. Maybe I'm thinking of Alcatraz. We didn't get to go there last time, but we want to this time. And this is the kind of place that you want to just shop and eat and sit by the water and look at all the stores, and just a relaxing, wonderful place. This trip, so I'll come back to the pricing. So this trip is a little bit different than the trips in the past, because once, for those that are going on to the festival, we made this trip so that we're going to take the ferry over instead of fly over. So it's a 1-hour flight, or it's an all-night ferry. The reason why we're doing that is, one, then we don't have to stay in a hotel. We can sleep in a cabin on the ferry. The cabins are, it's like a cruise ship cabin. We sleep on the cabin. We get a chance to just relax and chill out, and then we arrive in the morning, and that way we arrive in Mytilene, which is the little village where the airport is on Lesbos. And then what we're going to do for the first time, we are going to have a day trip from the port all through the other villages on Lesbos before we get to the festival. Because generally, once you get to the festival, you're kind of stuck there a little bit. You don't see what else there is on the island. So we're going to do a big old tour all over the place. I think what I'll do is I'll switch over to the festival after I complete the first trip, and then we'll talk about the festival part. Does anybody have questions about the Sacred Roots part of this trip? Any questions? So we'll stay 2 nights in Athens, one in Xylokastro, right on the beach, right on the water. And then the rest is all at Sparta. So, yeah, every morning, breakfast is covered every single morning. At Sparta, the hotels have breakfast, but at Sparta, we get homemade jams and homemade pies and fresh fruits and vegetables, and it's a really nice spread. Look at Catherine's like, yes. We discovered when we went to the olive oil museum and then the tasting room, they have olive jam. And so I bought it for Sparta, and this olive jam, we have some here. I brought some home. So good. So good. So no questions so far. We'll go over to part 2. Yes? Okay. How much
Oh,
hiking, physical activities? Okay.
can
Um,
can I
yeah,
say something about that, Jody?
yes.
So, um, my trip that I went on with them, I started out having to use a cane. Um, and I was really in a lot of pain and very slow. By the time what was it, like maybe day 4 or 5, because of the food quality, number one, because of how uh, accepted and the sense of belonging that I felt from Jody and Demetra and the group. Um, it, it, it's just an amazing thing that happens there. This sense of family that gets built, and because of the relaxation. I mean, I've never been more relaxed in my entire life than I felt in Greece. Something just changed physically in me. I was able to put down my cane, literally leave it behind
It was funny, Catherine.
by day 5.
Catherine, we kept losing Catherine because we were looking for Catherine at the end of the line, like that we left her behind somewhere, and then we realized Catherine's up there in front of us. I don't know what happened, but she was leading the pack. And that's just the
Seriously.
physical part because something happened. Boy, you let go of some stuff
Oh,
because
oh
you
my gosh.
sparkled. I have photos of you. You sparkled. Amazing. It was amazing. Yeah. What a gift to
Yeah,
everybody to
yeah.
witness that.
Just just yeah, and my heart cracked open while I was there too. It was lovely.
Yeah, it
And I
was a
haven't
really
used
powerful
my
trip.
cane since either, by the way. I have not needed it since.
Bravo. Bravo.
So,
Well, that's definitely
so
not something that we market about that,
mm,
your physical ailments will
no,
disappear.
I mean,
But
it's definitely a physical experience to, I mean, we do a lot of walking. So,
yes, yes. Thank you. Thanks,
but
Catherine.
it was amazing for me, an amazing change for me.
Thank you
So,
so much for sharing that. Really.
yeah.
There's a question from Maria. How much hiking, high-end physical activities? So it is not a uh what's the word? Like an adventure type of vacation where, we're going to be hiking and walking all day long. No, we've had people that are disabled. There were a few things that people had to have a modified process for, maybe to sit out on something or to only go part way down, not all the way down. So there is activity, there is walking for sure, but nothing real strenuous. No. I mean, I would say you kind of need to be sure on your feet, but we've had people with walking sticks come. And so if you have any concern, maybe we just have a personal meeting between us and I could find out what's going on with you or what your concerns are, and then I can address them that way. So, um, okay, so what else? Yeah, so that's for Sacred Roots. I think I'm good for that. So let's now go over to the second part of the trip. So my friend Jennifer Corday, who is on this call, it is official, right, Jen? I'm thinking it is official. I believe that she will be performing at the festival. So I got during the festival, I got her on the phone. She's like, it's early in the morning sleeping. I'm like, look, you have to be here. And then when Jen performs, I videotape it and I keep sending it over to Joanna, my friend, who's the founder of the festival. This is her, this is her. So I'm really excited about that. So she's going to be coming and performing, and that's just an extra treat. So as I was saying before, we arrive in the morning. We do, there she is, Jen. Yes. Oh, okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Want to say anything?
I'm right here coming at you from Palm Springs. So Valerie Milano tuning in also. No, I'm
Awesome.
just super excited. I'm super excited to be performing in Greece. So thank
Yay.
you, Jody. Thank you, Jody, for
Oh
hooking
my
this
God.
all up. But
My pleasure.
hope to see
My
you all out
pleasure.
there. And I'm
They are
hoping
going to
to do
be, you
both
might be
trips.
the, sorry.
No,
Repeat that, please. No, say that last sentence.
no, I'm hoping to do both trips. So I mean, I'm super excited. So
Awesome. Me too. Yeah, her and her girlfriend, they're wonderful. Um, so the first day we arrive, we do the day trip. So we're going to Ayasos, which is a ceramic village, like an original ceramic village. So we're going to go there. It's very quaint, cute. That's on the way. Then we stop to see the flamingos. The flamingos have their migration spot. So they're there pretty much every time. And we can get up pretty close to them. So that's pretty cool. I love flamingos. They're not always pink, though, I must say. They've been pink, but they're not always pink. And then we're going to Petra and Molivos. So Molivos is the other village that's kind of the place to go on Lesbos. And I always wanted to go, and so finally I went. Um, Petra is it's really small. These are small little places right on the sea, but they're quaint and they're fun to walk around in and have a meal. So we'll do that. There is a castle in Molivos, which we can go to if everybody wants to, a big castle up on the hill. It's like a fishing village, so we'll sit and eat lunch in the harbor, which is really nice. And then we're gonna head back into Scala Aressos. So Aressos is the village where the festival takes place. Once you're there, there's two places there. One is called Scala Aressos. Scala is beach, the beach part of Aressos. So it's like a resort, little village resort on Lesbos. Okay. Then Aressos village is a 5-minute drive kind of to the base of the mountains, and that's what they call the village. So, so we will be staying in Scala because it's the 25th anniversary of the festival. Basically, last year everyone booked their rooms before. That's what happens every year. People book before they leave. So most of the rooms are already gone by the time the festival's over. This year is the 25th anniversary, and let me tell you what I had to do to get rooms. It wasn't easy. However, I do have 15 rooms. That's it. I have 15 rooms. And I really don't believe you will be able to find anything else. If you could have, I would have already tried to grab them and hold them with as tight as I could. Um, the rooms are at the Aeolian Village Resort. You can see the pictures on the website of the resort. It's really nice. There's a really nice pool, and it's just across a little road to the beach. So it's basically on the beach. They have a spa there. They have different, I believe they have yoga. I'm not sure what the schedule is, but they do have some activities. There's a poolside bar, and there's music sometimes, not every night, but sometimes there. And it's about a 15-minute walk into the center of Scala. So it's a big resort. There's rooms all over the place. So it does involve some walking. They have bicycles you can use for free during the day. You can call a taxi for €5 if you just don't want to walk at all. But you just leave time to walk in and walk back at the end of the night. It's really safe. So it's just a matter of walking. Okay, the second day trip, I had to choose which one to do, but the second day trip is going to be like a day in the local life of this area. So the first thing I do is do an orientation to Scala and the festival. It's really helpful to have some idea of where things are and where to go for help, where to do this, where to ask questions, all those things. So I do a whole walking tour, but it's not just this is this and this is that. It's also going to be come meet my good friend so and so and so and so. I know lots of people, the taverna owners, there's lesbian businesses there. There's Joanna, who we call her the mayor. She's the founder of the festival. And so I will introduce you to her and the other people with the festival office. So it starts with that. Then we get in the vans and we will go to Tavari, which is the beach village next door. So we have to go around and then up the hill and then down to the beach on the cove next door. It's like Oresso's, but smaller. There's a wonderful woman there that owns a restaurant who cooks a feast for us every year. Right, Tina? Right, Catherine? It's a feast. So we will have our feast at marinas and go swimming down on the beach. It's just really quiet and beautiful. Um, and we will do a walking tour of Masotopos, which is the village above that, basically next door to Eressos again. There, Christina, who is Greek, who lived in the States for a while, but she's an older Greek woman who's really, really nice. She volunteers to take us on a walking tour. So we go to the Women's Co-op Bakery, which is really fun. Last time we actually got to get in there and make these little cookie things, and it's just kind of a little fun thing. And then we go to the cheese factory. We go to this little chapel there that is just beautiful, really beautiful. And the priest always comes and meets us and gives us a little talk, which is it's just nice. He's very kind. So, and then we'll just walk through the village. And there is an ice cream factory there. There's an ouzo factory. It just depends on who's there and what's happening as to what we get to go participate in. We get to do a cheese tasting, which is fun. And then we go to Amazonas Ecoland, which is a lesbian-owned retreat center. It's an Israeli woman named Ronit who bought the land, turned it into a retreat center, and she's got glamping tents there, really nice glamping tents. So we stayed there the very first year. But since then, I just decided to stay in town because transportation's you got to get from one place to the other. So now we stay in town. But we're going to go there. We'll have a tour there and then do some sort of activity there. It's not planned exactly yet. Then we will go back and get ready, go to dinner, and go to the opening night of the festival. Okay, so those are the 2 day trips. And I do have other people that aren't even coming on our trip, just people I know that want to come on the day trips because otherwise you don't really get to see other places in the island. Oh, we're also going to the thermal spas on the way too on the first day trip. There's a thermal spas that I haven't been to yet that I want to go to. So we'll do that too. Okay. The festival. How many people here are maybe I could just get a little bit of a sense. You could do the hands up piece. So I'm just going to say how many people are interested in the sacred roots first and then the festival part. I just am curious. So if you could raise your reaction hand if you're interested in the sacred roots part. First part. Okay. Okay. And then the festival part. Okay. Okay, gotcha. All right. So 25th anniversary. The festival has lots of things you can do if you want to do lots of things. You can also not do lots of things. You could sit on the beach and watch the lesbians walk by all day if you want. The beach is a lot of tavernas in a row. Some of them are lesbian owned, some of them aren't. So you can hang out there. Every night there's a big performance, a main performance. So Jennifer will be doing one of the main performances at night. The opening night is just a collage. Usually it's kind of a sample of the people that will be performing later, but last year it was different. So I'm not sure how they'll be doing it. But each night is one of the main performers, and they're really good. Usually they're from Europe because I think of the cost of getting people here from the States. So this is a really big deal to be bringing somebody from so far away. It's a big deal. But they're really talented. So those are the performances at night and the big outdoor. If you've looked at the pictures on the site, I have pictures of the outdoor theater. That's the big venue that holds about 600 women. The weather's usually just beautiful. It's warm, not scorching hot. It can be hot, but not not too hot. And the nights are usually beautiful. So there's also a special night. They call it the fashion show, which is kind of like a talent show, more like, where people get up and just do all kinds of skits. Um, that would be something we could put together an act and put it in the show. It'd be pretty fun. So that's really fun. And then all the performers have at least one afternoon performance at one of the tavernas on the water. And so I do have pictures up of that. It's just, and whoever wants to stay for photos, I did select a bunch of photos to show you. So I'll do that as soon as I'm done talking. Um, that's just the best thing. Sitting and eating fresh seafood and organic vegetables and just dancing in the middle of the day, listening to music. It's pretty blissful. I mean, literally, this village gets just overcome with lesbians everywhere. A lot of times people do stay on. They stay after the festival, at least the week after the festival's really happening. Even to the end of September, there's still lesbians around. A lot of lesbians have moved there. Um, Last year, for those of you that don't know already, I did venture into buying into a partnership in one of the restaurants. I think the nicest restaurant there. Um, didn't work out. Had to do with partner communication skills or lack thereof. And so I got out of that, and everything's fine. Relationships intact, but it's really a special place. There's workshops. You can look at last year's program. This year's program isn't up yet, but there's workshops. So lesbian authors come and they introduce their books, and they do book readings, which is really nice. There's dance classes, there's cacao ceremonies, there might be some tantra classes actually. There's we had one year there was a dominatrix that came and talked about dungeons. That was cool. There was conversations on gender, and Ruth Schwartz from Conscious Girlfriend is usually there, so she's leading things. There's sound baths. There was African dance class. My sister's on the line right now. She just reminded me last night, and I went to an African dance class. There's what other kinds? There's art classes. There's like all these women were pounding flowers, pounding them with rocks onto fabric and making these beautiful fabrics. I'm not sure what it's called, but it was really nice. Did you want to say something, Jen? It looks like you're wanting to say something. Oh, okay. So
Just
there's
enjoying all the activities. It's amazing.
oh yeah, there's sports too. There'll be I think there's usually like a flag football game. I always want to do an ultimate frisbee. There's karaoke. Oh, what else? So that gives you an idea. You can do as much as you want to do. Some people don't like to do workshops, so they don't. They just go to the performances, sit around at the pool during the day, and you can really do the festival any way that you want to. So, any questions so far? Anything at all? I can go over the pricing. So unfortunately, I shouldn't put it out this way, but the Aeolian is the 4-star resort. Are there cheaper places there? Yes. Can you get them? No. Sorry, you can't. Maybe once you're there, you could figure out something for the next year. You could try to book a place, but at this point, it's the Aeolian, and it's not cheap. So, and the single accommodations, basically, it's the upgrade for singles quite a bit. So I really encourage double accommodations. There'll be chances to meet people on Zoom and figure out who you might want to room with. I can do like compatibility questionnaires to find out if you're, a partier or you're not, or you like to stay up late or you don't. And I can really support you in matching up with somebody that will be a good person for you. You're not in the room all that much. Most people aren't. You could, if you're that kind of person, you could be, but most people aren't. Even just relaxing out at the pool, as opposed to being in your room. So um Okay, what else? What else? Any
Jody,
questions?
Jody,
Yeah.
I was just going to say that about the fact that you do match people up, and thank you for mentioning that. The other thing I was going to say is that the talent show that is held every year is also a fundraiser um, that they have for their animal rescue there on the island, and specifically in Scala. So that's a really lovely thing that they do.
Yes. Yes. There's a lot of animal stuff that goes on there. The lesbians have kind of just taken that on, and there's all kinds of things that they do for cats and dogs. And another really amazing thing, there's a rock out in the water. And every morning at 10:30, there's a swim to the rock. And when you go the first time, you get it's like an award ceremony, and you get an award, which is really, really awesome. Um, Melissa, can you bring me some water, please? I sent you a message. I got to get some water. So I can go
That's
over the
a
pricing.
that's a Melissa Etheridge song.
Yes, I'm on it. And yes, it is a Melissa Etheridge song. I think, Jen, you've sang that song before,
Me
right?
some water. That's right. That's right. That's really funny. Let me share. I'll share the screen for pricing. So here is, all right. We can definitely work on the compatibility stuff for Costa Rica too. Yes, indeed. Yes, yes. Okay. So this is the website. I encourage you to look. I took this picture, by the way. I'm very proud of it. I love taking photos. This video, this first one here is from the festival website. And then I took this video here, and then you'll see the day trips, what's included, what's not. Okay, and then here's some great videos that help you to just see what Scala is like. They're just walking through Scala, so you really get an idea of what the area is like. So I encourage you to look at that. Here's pictures for the resort, the hotel, activities. And then I took all these videos. This gives you a really good idea of what's possible at the workshops, the lunchtime concerts. So here's the price. Here are all the prices. Sacred Roots. So the double, oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. The double occupancy is, and this is 9 nights, so it's 10 days, is 3,600. And this includes, okay, this includes breakfast every day. Remember that. Half the festival. So this is if you're just coming to the first half of the festival, that includes the 2-day trips, 3,400. Full festival, 16 nights is 4,000, and then combining them, 19 nights, 25 nights. So there are people that travel for that long. So these are big trips. And then you'll see the upgrades. The single upgrade does get pricey, but I can't, it's just what it is. So and there is right now, I do have, if you do Sacred Roots plus any part of the festivals, I've got $300 and $400 off. The thing is, here's the thing. The thing is that Sacred Roots is our baby. Demetra and I created it. It's something we lead. It's really important and special to us. And so I want to be able to give the people that come on Sacred Roots first crack at the rooms at the festival, because I don't want anybody that comes to Sacred Roots not to be able to stay on and go to the festival because all the festival rooms got booked up by people that aren't on Sacred Roots. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to manage that. But I just want to make sure that everyone on Sacred Roots can go to the festival if they want to, if they want to. So do you guys want to see more photos, ask questions? Do you want to be done? It's 3:27. Do you want to, we could say goodbye, and then people that want to stay on and see some photos from our trips, I can show photos to people that want to stay on. What would you like to do? Speak up or put in the chat, please. Wondering if Rebecca and Lori, I think I saw you come in. Are you still here? Rebecca and Lori signed up for Sacred Roots already. I'm really excited.
Jody,
Yes.
uh, um, to sign up, we go on the website and we could fill out the form, everything there.
Yes, everything should be connected. There's a lot of moving parts. So it takes you to We Travel, which is a portal, and that's where you register, put your deposit. You can make payments. So that's where you do that. And then I'm going to send, there's a link to a questionnaire, which is just for us. So I know your emergency contact, your medical information, your preferences on different things. So
Okay.
so it should take you one step to the next to the next. And then it
Okay.
has cancellation deadlines, deposit deadlines, all those things. If anything's not clear, please let me know because I've worked so much on it to try to get it all just right. So,
Excellent.
but
Well,
there's
thank you. It was very,
oh,
very interesting, and all the questions were answered.
thank you. Thank you. Yep. If you have any more, please feel free to let me know.
So,
Does anybody want to see past photos? Because I'm happy to. Okay,
I,
Catherine, thank
hmm.
you. Yes.
I have a question for Jennifer Corday. You there, Jen? Hey, buddy.
Yes,
Dude, you know what day you're playing in Greece? Do you have a date?
I think I do. I think it is the 17th. What day of the week is that? Is anyone handy with the calendar?
I can look.
Like Jody said, they offer you two slots when you're selected as a performer. I believe, Jody, you might even know more than me, but the main stage, the big show would be the 17th, the evening of the 17th. Looks like a big, beautiful stage and a big crowd, and that would be my main night. But then they offer the day, some kind of day show that I think is still to be announced. So I don't know what day of the week that would be, but I'm hoping to be there the whole week to enjoy all the entertainers. Like Jody said, I'm kind of excited to be sharing the bill with some of these other cool entertainers.
Yeah, the festival usually it's 10 days, but it starts on the 7th and it goes to the 21st, the
Right. So
20th.
I'm playing the second week. We're all going the
Yeah.
second week. You're going the second week too, Jody, I hope, right? Yeah, we're aligned.
I'm
This,
going, well, I'm going the whole time.
the whole 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm going for the whole thing, for everything. So, yeah,
Yeah.
the whole thing is like 25 days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's a long time.
Yeah.
It's a long ways away. And then we go 2 days early to do the day trips, which the day trips are really great.
I'm there 14 through 21. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a long stretch. It would probably be tricky to if anybody's thinking about just going like to the second week of the festival only. I could maybe try to help figure that out because it would mean the rooms, finding somebody that's only going to the first week and then having them take the room. So we have to hold all those rooms. So
Oh,
yeah.
well, great. So what are your dates of the festival dates, Jody?
Festival is the 7th to the 21st. We get there on the 5th.
You are going to go to the festival with the group on the
On
5th.
the 5th and do the 2 day trips first.
Okay. And then 7th through, then you're going to do the first week of the festival,
Well, all the festival. I
the
stay
whole
for the
two
whole
weeks. I'm
festival.
sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you
Yeah.
for clarifying.
Yeah. 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 Any other questions? Anybody that's left on here want to see any photos or are you maxed out?
I'll see some photos.
Okay, hi Shelby.
Hi.
Shelby and I know each other from back in the day in our San
Way back.
Francisco days, right? A long time. Okay, Anna Gloria. I've got a couple friends here that were on a trip to Teotihuacan, Mexico that I was at recently. It was a retreat for retreat leaders. And so I invited them to come. So yes, let me get some pictures and I'll kind of just zip through them. Okay, let's do Sacred Roots first. Hold on. I put them actually here, festival. Okay, so I tried to just really narrow down the picture so I didn't have too many. let's see. Wait, no. Here. Okay, I'm gonna just, let's see, make sure everybody can see these. So when uh, okay, I hope they don't all have to download. This was our, can you guys see this? Can you see them? Anybody? Is anybody there?
You just have a screen of little tiny thumbnail pictures. I can't see a bigger version of any of them.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I know what it is. It's okay. Yeah, it's opening another. Oh, I wonder if it's not going to let me do this because it's opening um the thumbnails. Hold on, sorry about that. This might not work because okay, let's try this. Hopefully we can go to the next picture. Okay, good. So this is, let me get this out of my way. Okay, we always do a starting picture. Here's Catherine with her cane. With her cane. This is at the starting of our trip. Sorry, tell me if I'm going too fast. Demetra. This is us at the Acropolis Museum. Is this okay, this pace, you guys? It's good?
It's good.
Okay. This is in front of the Acropolis Museum. These are ruins down there. And you can walk right across them. It's pretty cool. Acropolis. Lunch. This is the beginning at Eleusis. Eleusis. This is in a really sacred spot in Eleusis, this cave.
Nice.
That's a castle shot with the castle in the back.
Nice photos.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for coming from a photographer. This is at the Olive Oil Museum. It's actually pretty interesting. This is the amphitheater in Sparta. You know, I picked out different pictures and I'm in a different folder right now. This is us dancing. This is at Artemis Valley. Artemis Valley. We do this beautiful little thing at Artemis Valley. Okay, I am in all right. So, because I do have pictures. All right, I have a few here. I do have pictures that are of like the snorkeling and different things. So, okay, let me share the screen one more time and let's just look at a few of these. This is the Co-op Bakery. It's actually quite fun. These are the Greek bakers. So it's a women's co-op and they're really famous because they make traditional, ancient, like traditional style Greek wedding cakes and things. So they get to sell cakes all over the place. This is a monastery tour that we did. This is at the festival. So this is Ruth Schwartz bought a Sappho Palace. It used to be a restaurant. So for now, we got to use it as an event venue. This is me leading my circles there at the festival. My sister here, Tina. Demetra teaching dance. This is one of the dances. This is my photo that I took. This is one of the lunchtime venues here. Demetra and my old friend Joni that came. This is one of my favorite photos. I took it. Look at that one, Shelby.
Beautiful.
There were swans there for some reason. There's never swans. There were swans.
Nice placement.
Thank you. There's a Cher kind of look-alike, what's it called? Not impersonator, but she does Cher. She's really sounds and looks like her. This is us. This is the Aeolian, where we're staying, and this is the breakfast every day. It's a big buffet breakfast. This is what the beach looks like. This is part of it where there's lounge chairs and things on the water. Usually the Dutch women, there's contingencies in different areas of the festival. This was a sing-along that we loved. Oh my God, we had so much fun singing. There's Demetra and Sue, my bestie. Turtles, there's Turtle Beach, tons of turtles. My friend went every day to feed them. This is one of the gatherings up at, again, Sappho's Palace. This was a dance class. They just opened this La Isla Bonita. This is a food truck on the beach. And this is me and friends, my new friends, people on the trip too, sitting out on the harbor and eating gourmet food truck food. Really nice. This is one of the tavernas at night with a party. A yoga class or dance class, I don't remember. This is a woman that led the sound bath. Yeah. So I did put some great photos up on the website too, if anybody wants to look there. Questions? Okay.
What about pickleball?
There's paddleball.
Okay.
Paddleball is like pickleball, but it has walls, like acrylic walls, back wall and side walls. Our hotel's the only place where there's tennis courts, and I think there's one paddleball court, so it is possible to play. It's a little tricky. One of the other group leaders kind of sets up a net and lines sometimes, so we could check in with her about that. Okay, sorry, Ellie, I just saw your questions there. Sorry about that. Baklava, lots of baklava, indeed. Are people conscientious about not letting plastic or pollution get in the water? Yeah, I would say so. Yeah. Any other questions? You can always reach out to me privately. I will put my number here. Here's my number. And Jody at lesbiangetaways.com. I tried to be pretty thorough there. So if you have questions, let me know. And I really appreciate you coming. Thank you. Thank you, Jamie. Have we met before, Jamie?
No, I haven't met you at all, and I own a business, so I'm super, super busy all the time, and I happened to run across a weird artifactual meetup thing as I was looking for another meeting. So I was like, oh, this would be great. And then I thought I missed it, and all of a sudden it was right at the time it was going to start. And so there's something fortuitous about me supposed to be here. And I want to do more traveling, but I haven't had time in the past. But this is just like Greece is one of the areas on my list. I've been to Costa Rica, but I would love to go again. And so I would love to do a cacao tour somewhere. So I'm trying to like a farm. So it's just really, really interesting. I was like, oh, wow. Okay. I need to. So I'm anxious to get on your site and take a look. And
awesome.
So I appreciate whatever it is you're doing. I don't know much about it, but now I'm excited to get plugged in. So.
Oh, thank you so much. I just posted the link to the meetup group. I'm thinking you probably already have the website, lesbiangetaways.com, but I did put my meetup group on there as well.
Thank you. I didn't see that.
You're welcome.
Great.
Yeah, and Anna Gloria, so good to see. Thank you for coming on. She's my friend from the retreat I just went on, and Ellie's local from around here, and Deborah Jacobs. I so know your name, and I know I've seen your name, but I can't completely place you. But thank you for coming on today, and I guess we'll sign off unless anybody has anything else they want to say.
Thank you so much, Jody.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, these trips are for lesbians and friends. That's what I say. Lesbians and friends. All right. You can call me Anna Gloria if you want to talk some more, okay? All right. Bye, you guys. Thank you.